I'll go get some more drinks for the boys.
That's my wife.
Cut my dick off.
I can't believe Snoop is talking about
Do you like the Blue Man Group? Welcome to the Thread Count Podcast.
I think he's saying Seagram's gin.
Cheryl Crow.
Your ass crack is whack. I want to put it on tap. Thank you, wife.
Oh, it's Mortarigas.
You want to put it on tap? Dude, it's growing, dude.
Don't like my cups. You don't like Bill Cosby?
All right, so we're here to discuss the transition from globalization to
Welcome to our finance podcast.
finance podcast.
There's our mail lady's walking up right now.
Oh, that's perfect.
Get ready for her. Get ready for her. She's got one of those.
Yeah, this is her
she
first.
used to walk through my plants and kill
Always
them.
delivering to the wrong address, too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's because she can't see very well.
Oh, that's very, we won't say what she is.
Welcome to the Thread Count Podcast. My name's Shannon. I'm here with my co-host.
Brandon.
Brandon.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Brandon.
Joey.
Let's go.
Go, Joey. And our guest, Erik Graff.
That's me.
Welcome,
Nice to meet you.
welcome.
Thank
We met from comedy.
Correct. Yeah, that's where we met on the open mic circuit. Fun times. You know.
On the open mic circuit. I like that. That's how you refer to it as. Yeah.
That's the comedy scene. You know?
Yeah. Actually, I think I was in the audience for your first set ever.
Yeah, you were there. You were
was,
there.
yeah.
It was good.
Art and Design District, RIP.
Yeah, that was a great place. I remember it was Black History Month, and I did an Emmett Till joke. My first. That was a risky maneuver, but I survived the night, so kept going.
Do you do any jokes that you did like?
Yeah, I've got a couple jokes from my original set that I still use.
Wow.
They're still tried and true. They work well.
Nice.
How about you?
That's
got any of
crazy.
your original ones?
No, like my first two sets, I think I focused mainly on how like I don't want kids because like all these like bad things about kids, and then like I did this whole one about like if you had like big Pam Andes tits, it'd be like the Andes Mountains, the Milky Fountains, and like if you got like stranded at sea, then you could like suckle your tit and stay alive and stay afloat.
Sounds great. Yeah, I bet it crushed.
So I think that's what I did primarily, and then I think one of my early ones was about how I won't eat ass because Joey has ass hairs and then get stuck in my teeth, and how his hemorrhoids might burst in my mouth like pieces of pomegranates, gushers, if you will. It was the tag.
That's the exact verbatim joke.
Yeah, essentially, without some of the wording.
Have you considered lasering your asshole, Joey?
Like cutting off my hemorrhoids?
No, like getting laser hair removal on your asshole.
Oh, that it will grow back eventually. Then it's gonna be super fucking itchy. Sometimes I just take the razor, and while I'm doing other stuff with my razor, I'm just like, let's just tuck up these little johnnies and see what's going on. By just get some.
Yeah, shaving your balls in that whole region is a nightmare.
What do you think it's any
fun.
easier for a woman? Do you know what it's like to have to do like a froggy pose and then like pull half of it to the side?
We're getting the views. We're getting the views. I feel like the camera is sideways.
I don't know. I'm glad I don't.
You have to like fold the sandwich over and like get the one bun and then
Yeah, you gotta get the roast beef situated.
flip the textbook over.
Gotta fucking fold the yoga mat.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
bend the
funny.
bologna, dude.
You gotta bend the bologna.
Bend the bologna. Yeah.
You gotta frickin' smooth the salami. You gotta frickin'
He's gonna keep going.
you gotta frickin'
You gotta purr on the prosciutto.
I was trying to think of one for capicola, but what you gotta crap on the capicola.
Crap.
Take a shit
We're
on
not
the
doing
pussy.
any sort of
yeah.
not doing any sort of Alaskan pipelines here.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting shaving regimen
Yeah.
to shit on your pussy before.
Yeah. It's hard. You almost have to go 2-blade to get all in there.
Yeah, so that's fun, shaving.
Though a lot of I feel like it's trendy nowadays for people not to shave. Would you say that you're in the dating world? How's dating?
Yeah, you bearded motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
Dating in South Florida is tough.
It is tough. I haven't encountered people so far that were like, "Hey, I love a bush."
Bush?
I mean, I've ran into the bush a couple times, but it didn't seem like it was like a calculated, planned move. Like it just seemed like, hey,
I forgot a couple days.
I wasn't expecting to fuck tonight, but
I
you
wasn't
were
gonna
just
have sex on my
so
first day.
charming. And then so. But I haven't seen a trend back to the bush, and I hope that we don't go
Interesting.
that direction.
I'm sure
as
if
a
you went to the
society.
bush, you'd find the bush. Like if you went to the bush to find a bitch, you would find
You'd
the
bring
bush.
your machete.
I bet if I go to like some sort of like festival,
Yeah.
like one of those, what are the festivals where they listen to that gay music in the woods?
Fire, Fury, the
Indie?
Fury Festival.
No, like the Electric Forest
Electric
and
Forest.
stuff like that. You'd probably
I don't
find
know.
some.
They wear those outfits that it's like you would see the bush before you got to it.
I think that's
Well,
the point.
they have armpit hair usually.
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
tell if they've got armpit hair. You can't be too optimistic about what will be below the belt.
Yeah. If she's got curtains, she's probably got rugs.
Definitely has rugs.
She's got a swing
definitely
set
has
from her
rugs.
arms.
Oh my god.
She's got a swing set. From
Probably
her
smells like
butthole.
patchouli.
Yeah, that armpit hair thing is really bizarre.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, yeah. I guess I get the idea that you're saying only it's a mistake thing when you found them. But that's interesting because I feel like I've heard a lot of girls over the last few years being like, I don't shave anymore, and I'm like, what do you mean? We live in Florida. What are you doing at the beach? I'm like, how does that work? I've never noticed a bush at the beach, but I guess I haven't been looking for them.
Yeah, I don't like try to identify them at the beach. It's usually not my main objective while I'm
Yeah.
there. But I mean, I guess maybe some women find it empowering and are heading back to the bush.
Yeah.
I'm not in support of that movement, and
You're into the Brazilian wax.
I am into the Brazilian wax, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
Brazilians hate hair. They take it all off.
their whole bodies.
Yeah, like the men will like shave their arms and legs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that's a little
Dang.
too gay for me. But
You never
yeah.
did that when you dated a Brazilian?
No, just yeah.
Or married? You were married to a Brazilian.
I was married to a Brazilian. That's
Wow.
right. Yeah.
And so how did you meet this woman?
Tinder, where I meet all my exes.
Where you meet all the victims.
Yeah, no.
What?
You ever bash a bitch
Oh,
Did I ever
classic. You ever do
bash a bitch? What's
on
bash?
Tinder?
Shannon took care of this one for me. Didn't have to do it this episode. Every episode I mentioned bashing a bitch in some way or another.
That's Joey's segment.
That's my segment. She's took it.
The bashing of a bitch. So explain what you mean by bashing.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
It's kind of however the guest responds.
Well, I'm.
You ever
I'm
bash
trying
one
to,
into oblivion?
Yeah, well, I'm just like wondering, like, are you asking if I did like a mean Facebook post about one, or are you asking if I physically assaulted one?
No,
of
it's
them?
not
Well, it could
usually
be
assault.
it could be a bash in a
like
good
it could
way.
be like a nice little kiss on the puss is a bash, I guess.
I feel like it would
I
not
don't
be
know
mine.
how that's a bash. I feel like a bash
No, it would
is
have
like
to
a
be-
character
It's
assassination.
bashful. You could do it
or-
bashfully.
What are you talking about? A little dick tapping is.
Oh, a hammer.
I don't know what we're talking
I
about
don't
at this
know, dude.
point, dude.
I asked for a definition of what you mean.
It's what definition?
Just
do you
like,
choose?
just
It?
like,
Alright.
like take one to the woods, like stomp them out, leave them.
That's a Nico Prada bash.
Well, the woods down here. I guess it's the Everglades,
Swamps.
the swamps.
It was
But,
my
yeah.
oldest female beagle.
I'm thinking of bash in a negative connotation. I don't think
Okay.
I've ever. Yeah, I mean, I haven't like ragged on anybody on social media
That's good,
or
that's good.
assaulted any women, but I've definitely.
Had reason to. No, I'm just kidding.
I've definitely, gone on my fair share of Tinder dates.
Tinder
And
dates.
had some interesting experiences for
And
sure.
done the fun bashing.
The fun bashing, yeah, just a little lovin's, little lovin's,
Yeah.
Little
Nice.
ovens.
little lovin's. Everybody needs a little lovin's,
Did you say lovings or ovens?
Lovin's. Like,
Okay, I took it as
it's like,
ovens, and I was like, "Are you dating Jewish pussy?"
Oh, shit. God damn. Fucking.
No, lovin's like imagine the word loving, but without a G on it.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
some
yeah.
lovin's,
Like,
everybody
I'm
needs a
loving
little-
it.
Yeah, like I'm loving it,
Like
or
bada ba ba ba.
but it it doesn't have to be lovin'. Doesn't have to be a verb. It can also be a noun. People just want to get some lovin's,
Mm-hmm.
Are you a professional cuddler or something like that? Sounds like a pitch.
No, I just think it sounds better than bash. Just like bash
When I'm
sounds
sitting
like
next to you, you don't seem as oh yeah, we don't murder around
we
here.
don't murder.
We only just ask all our guests in case someone wants to confess on the pod.
That's not what's like fertilizing your garden out back.
Yeah.
It's like a secret. Have you ever seen Secret Window? That movie with Johnny Depp,
Yeah, yeah.
No.
where he's like murdering people and then like using their bodies to like fertilize his corn patch like out back of his house.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a slow
Like
movie, dude.
Our
It took
our
a long
neighbor
time to
thinks
get to
that
it.
thinks that that's what we're doing though. He's like, people go on a tour of your backyard and they don't come out because our backyard we have like over 20 fruit trees.
And it usually takes
And
so
so it's-
long
it's
for
a
those
tour.
people to come, so it's hard to get them out of there quick.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard
They're
when you're
jerking
having
off in the backyard real quick.
the garden of feeding.
The garden of feeding. That's pretty sick. How long have you been doing that whole garden thing?
So we moved in our house in March of 2019, and Joey's dad and brother came down a couple months later to help us like get the garden and get the outdoor area kind of cleaned up. And he bought us like our first fruit tree then. So that was like May of 2019 was our first fruit tree, which is an orange tree. And then we got a couple other citrus trees. We have a lemon, we have a tangerine. And then we started learning about like other types of fruit you could grow here, like bananas. Like when we moved in, I was like, oh, our neighborhood, it's called Mango Groves. That's the name of our neighborhood because it was an old historic mango grove. And when we moved in, this tree down the street is a huge mango tree. It's like a ginormous one.
It's a big boy.
And I was like, these have to be mangoes. And Joey's like, I don't think so. Like, blah, 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 blah. It turns out, like, they are. Like, and they're all over the neighborhood here. Joey's allergic, but...
I'm allergic.
To mangoes?
yeah.
I'm with the clergy.
Oh,
Yeah, he can
no,
only
man,
have it
that's so
second
good.
hand.
Yeah, I only taste it in the vagina cum. Tastes like
yeah.
mangoes.
Attaboy.
today.
Yeah, you go all the way in. Explain the joke for me.
What?
In the vagina come. Yeah.
Kind of buttery.
So he gets lip rashes from eating mangoes. Like he thought that he had gotten like herpes or something from smoking with somebody, and it turned out that it was just
From eating a mango.
I
From
smoked
eating
with some
mangoes.
random kid who was just like itching his lips a lot, like some crusty lip dude. And he was a nice kid. And after I was like, I bet that kid gave me this fucking lip rash. But it was really probably the beer I was drinking. And so certain IPAs, not light beer, but certain IPAs will give me this weird rash. And it's like the same thing I get for mango. So it's an immune response. It's your body being like, you're stupid, you fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much exactly how it goes biologically.
Dang. So, have you ever had a threesome? Let's get into that. Huh?
A threesome,
Yeah.
yes. I've,
Really?
Bomb.
yeah. So actually, the the one threesome experience I had.
The one. That sounds like there's more than one.
Oh,
so.
shit.
So there was, I had a threesome in college with my ex-girlfriend and her best friend.
Oh shit.
Shit, hold that mic right up to your mouth like you're sucking a dick.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's
A little bit closer.
A little closer.
No, I
like
mean,
that.
I meant to say the opposite. All right, so about
Put it on
this
your
fucking
All right.
girlfriend.
Yeah, so I had a threesome in college with my ex-girlfriend and her best friend, and it was like a weird like situation, not planned. I had found out my ex was cheating on me at a football tailgate, and when I picked them up, I was like, "Hey, let's have a threesome, her and her best friend, as a way to, get some redemption
She
for
wasn't
her
cheating
actions."
she wasn't cheating with the friend. She was cheating with a guy.
Yeah, she was like making out with some random dude at like this tailgate while I was delivering Jimmy John's subs.
Damn it, at a tailgate too. Just a bunch
I
of like
know.
fucking.
It was brutal. But so
Yeah.
I pick her and her best friend up from this tailgate. We go back. One thing leads to another. I'm like, we should have a threesome. Her friend was really into it. And, so we
Bad
ended up
friend.
having a threesome, and it was a spectacular evening for me. I really enjoyed myself. I had a lot of fun. But the joke was on me a couple years later that a friend of hers actually transitioned, like legitimately transitioned.
So
like,
you fucked the dude.
yeah, I guess, because now like full hormone therapy and everything, surgery.
Would you do it
all that.
again? Would you do it again?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing I'm like struggling with here. It's like if
Does she
this
got a dingo now?
if this makes me, I don't know. I mean,
Probably
not
not.
What
not
if
nowadays.
not? What if like she
but-
just was more masculine, but was like the same parts, still had like boobies, they were just more muscly.
had like a little mustache?
Yeah,
What-
yeah.
Was
I don't
she
know.
more into your girlfriend or you?
She seemed to be more into me at the time.
Well,
It
you
was
can be a
pretty
guy into a
exciting.
guy, so people are like, "Wait, if I like guys, but I want
Are
to be."
they
a
But
guy.
she was
friends?
bisexual back then. I think I don't know. I haven't talked to either of them, and I guess I should say he now. But yeah, I don't know. Like that was just devastating for me because I was like, this is like the best
You had a
sexual
devil's
experience, like the best like
Do you think you
threesome
caused
sexual
that,
experience of my
maybe?
life, and then it transitioned.
You think you caused it? Maybe she saw how good you were fucking him, and she was like, "Wait, I actually aspire to be like Erik Graff, the fuck capital USA."
Yeah, I don't think that was the leading cause for that decision.
I heard
She was
she's
like-
been saying that she wants to be like you, like kind of like the Michael Jordan of threesomes.
She was like, "Listen, what if my clit was as long as his dick?"
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would that'd
couple
be an
yards.
interesting looking clit.
"You got a
but
yard
yeah,
up that fucking."
interesting looking clit.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, that could have. I mean, if I inspired, her to find her true self.
How big
his
is a
true self.
yard?
A yard is. It's like
A
a
yardstick's
meter.
like
It's
a 3
Is it like
three and a
part of
quarter
this
meters
bed?
or something. 3 and a third. This
It's almost
is
like
more
3
than a
feet, I
meter.
think.
Yeah, it's a little over 3 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
like
over
a
meter.
yardstick. Think about a yardstick.
Can't really think of one.
A yardstick.
Yeah,
in
the thing that
school.
your teacher would
Like
slap
a
you
long
with while
ruler.
molesting you.
like a
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
that's
slap you on the
I had
butt with.
flashbacks just.
yeah. You look like you might have. Do you have something you want to
Yeah, my teeth.
Did you ever have a teacher
Yo,
get
teach.
physical with you?
like hit me? No, I didn't. But I did have a funny experience with a substitute teacher when I was in middle school.
Uh-oh.
This is how I knew I was such an asshole student. But we had this substitute teacher, and I was being a complete dickhead to this sub the entire time. I at one point I was like, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, let me go to the bathroom." She's like, "No, you've been disruptive all class. You're not going to the bathroom. Sit down." A couple minutes go by, and I'm like, "Hey, I really got to go to the bathroom. Let me go to the bathroom." She's like, "No, like, stay. You'll have to wait till after class."
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fuck this. So I stand up, I walk up to the front of the class, I turn around and I look at everybody, and I just piss in my pants in front of everybody.
Whoa.
I just pissed my pants in front of the whole class. And then looked at her. and I
That's
was
such a
like,
power move,
I was
dude.
just like,
How old were
alright,
you?
fuck.
How old?
Dude, I was too old to be doing that. I was like,
How could you even work up the courage
I was
to
like,
ruin
it
your
was like
pants,
7th or 8th grade, dude.
Like, I
was
thought you were
like,
gonna say you whipped out your dick.
No,
thought you were
I
gonna
just,
say you
I
pissed in a
just,
trash
I
can.
just stood there and pissed my pants, and then they gave me these like little tiny booty shorts, like from like gym class.
Did you
like,
level
that
up
stuff.
because of that? Because I feel like I'd be hanging out with the coolest kids if I did that.
Kind. I got expelled pretty shortly after there, but yeah,
dude.
no, it was pretty wild. Then I like called my parents because I was like, pick me up, like take me home for the day.
Yeah.
I pissed my pants. I don't want to be here. And they're like, well, you're just a fucking idiot for pissing your pants in class.
Your
You're gonna have
parents
to.
shamed you.
They're
They're
like,
like, "You fucking
leaving.
loser."
We're not leaving work because you pissed your pants. Like,
On
grow
purpose.
up.
You should have said you did it on accident.
Right. Well, I tried to paint the teacher as an asshole, but I was
Yeah.
just being a dick. But I had to wear like these little navy blue booty shorts, like from the gym class uniform, like 'cause that's all they had, like in the nurse's office. So that was like my fun experience with a substitute teacher. That was great.
What did the teacher do when you started to piss?
She just kind of stood in disbelief and stared at me.
Do you think she was turned on?
I don't know. I think she was post-menopause,
It
so
depends on what she's into.
yeah.
No, I had a crazy thing with a substitute teacher who was like a long-term sub. Like, I had this teacher that was like a bitch. Me and her never got along. She was like pregnant, whatever. And then she left for maternity leave, and we had this long-term sub. And we always did a semester on like Shakespeare. Like, so you like half the year you like would study Shakespeare, and then you did this like play and whatever. So we were reading Shakespeare, and there were like these like in our classes were mixed. English class was sophomore, junior, and seniors mixed. And these like this one like sophomore like weirdo girl was sitting next to me. She had her head shaved, and she had this like weirdo boyfriend, and they were like holding hands or whatever. And then this like other sophomore like kind of like more popular douchey bag kid across the way was like making fun of them, and I like started to realize it. And like we're reading this book out loud, like like people are like rotating their parts, whatever, and we're reading it. And I see this guy like being a dick, and like I start like getting angry about it because I'm like, yo, what the fuck, fuck this guy, and like I just like acted up, and I just stood up and I was like, yo, fuck you, dude. And like the teacher was just like
Way over the top.
like, and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking douchebag, dude. Fuck you. Like, and I like just went nuts on him.
That's so funny.
And yeah, and like the teacher was totally surprised, but I didn't get written up, which was cool. Like, I feel like she sided with me. She was like, for sure, fuck that.
Oh yeah.
I did that
right.
to a kid. I just like lost on him out of nowhere, and he like was so surprised, and like 2 grades below me, and I was a senior, so he couldn't do anything, even though he could have like kicked my ass in real life. Probably could have killed me, but like he just was like, whoa. I was like, he was like picking on another kid in his grade. Like the kid was like kind of, like autistic-y or something. And I just like stopped the game. I like picked up the fucking soccer ball at one point, and I was like, hey, why you being a fucking F word? And like started to like drill into him hard. Yeah. And like I was saying it, and just like humiliating him. And he was just like, I'm not. And I was just like, yeah, you are. I was just humiliating this kid out of nowhere because I was like thought it was like the right thing to do or something. I don't know.
This dude's been plotting your murder ever since.
Yeah, dude, he probably wants to kill me, dude.
Like 30 years.
It's embarrassing him so
just
bad.
Still
Bully
holding
the
on.
bully.
Yeah, that's so.
The first time he put a dick in his mouth, he was like, "God damn, Joey was right."
I had a thing like that in 2nd grade. I remember I was at recess, and I was trying to impress like this one group of kids there that I thought were like cool, and I wanted to be in their like cool group with them. And we were like playing kickball or something at recess, and this like one other kid from our class walks up and is just like, hey guys, can I play with you? And I just looked at him and I just go, no, and I just punched him directly in the nose. I just started like beating his ass like in front of these kids. So I thought it would be like, impressive to them.
Yeah.
Did it
And
work?
It did, yeah. I became friends with them afterwards.
Yeah, I
actually.
I became the coolest kid.
Kicks
Like,
ass,
yeah, that
yeah.
kid's a fucking badass.
You were
But,
the coolest kid in school.
It was like I just remember vividly, like in my head, this like little kid running up, like, "Hey guys, can I play with you?" And me just like punching him directly
Holy
in the
shit.
face, like.
Nice.
Dude, that
With
kid
no
definitely has you
explanation.
on some kind of list, dude. He's got you
No,
on the
he
kill
ended up
list.
becoming a weed dealer. I bought
Oh, really?
weed from him throughout all of high school, so
That
we're
is short,
good.
yeah.
He forgave you
He definitely shorted me a couple
Yeah, yeah,
times
because he was so
yeah.
short.
Yeah, he was short.
Yeah.
I mean, it turned out to be like that trait carried on. He didn't grow out of being short in
Being a
second grade. He
bitch,
just
yeah.
never grew.
Yeah, everyone I feel like goes to school with the same people over like their entire lives. That's like a crazy.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I did, and then I got expelled from public school in 9th grade. So all the people, like, I went to school with my whole life, and then I switched for the rest of high school
Wow.
into Catholic school.
I went to 3 high schools though, to be fair. So
Did you?
Yeah, I went to 3 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 3 high
Did your
schools.
family just like travel a lot, or?
No, like so I lived in Florida. I went to kindergarten and first grade in Florida in like the Tampa area, Bradenton. Shout out Bradenton. Shout out Alafia Elementary. And then when we moved back to Buffalo, I went to a school, but there were like 5 or 6 elementary schools in like just our town, and I had to pass like 2 to get to the one that I was like sent to for whatever reason, because our house was a new build, and so like
Okay.
they didn't have it districted or some shit. And then I got transferred, and I went to school with elementary school with Joey for a year.
That was lurking.
I
was watching.
And that was the first time you guys fucked?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Whoa.
No, that so funny enough, we went to Country Parkway when I was in 3rd grade. He was in 4th grade. We didn't know each other really at the time then, but middle school we knew each other. Like, so we went to middle school for 3 years together, and then I went to Catholic high school, and we never went to high school together actually. So, but we ended up the first time we made out was
At a playground.
at Country Parkway.
Oh,
On
there
the
you
playground.
At
That's
our
where we used to get
elementary
drunk.
School.
That's where we used to get drunk. Yeah, we would all go and get like the playground wasn't like gated off or anything. The schools weren't like gated in.
So
or
you could
anything
go
like
there and
that.
literally like put like some beer in these kids' hands and like watch these little kids drink beer.
Yeah, it was while all the kids were there. They watched us. And we
Yeah.
said, "Look at this."
We were making out on a playground fucking at
That's-
10 a.m.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man.
They had to take all the kindergartners off. They were like,
Kindergartners were all cucking out all around us, fucking
Yeah.
smacking their little peckers on my kneecaps.
"Goddamn
So
kindergarten."
Was
cucks.
it weird going from dating like really thick black women to like Shannon? Was that
There
a
were no
strange
black
transition?
It
people
was
in our
different,
town.
but I honestly feel less arthritis in my legs and stuff like that.
That's funny.
We actually grew up in a town called Williamsville, and as you would expect from a town named Williamsville, there were 1% black people in our town. So
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It
Well,
was
I
pretty
grew
white.
up in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, so it was about the same type setup. We had very
yeah, those
limited
people never
black
go to
people.
Collegeville.
Oh lordy.
They're Williams, but they don't go to Williamsville.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, that's
Jeez.
cool. So you
Crazy.
guys started dating in middle school then, or
No, not until
Got
like,
real young.
no, like my junior year, I ended up like transferring back to a public school, and so I was hanging out with a lot of the public school people more. Joey dated this one girl who was like way younger than us.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
She was in preschool, bro.
Joey's a predator.
Bruh, what are you gonna do, bro?
and
bruh.
The predator.
yeah, and I like kind of bounced around a lot of social groups, like, but we.
That's
ran in
one way of
group.
saying you experimented with women. You went gay for a little bit.
Yeah, she was smacking.
No,
she
I
was
just-
smacking coocherman.
Because
Yeah,
I
she
went to
was-
so many. I went
She
to
was bashing pussy.
yeah,
for
she
a
was
minute.
smushing.
well, I went to an all girls high school, and so then there were like a couple different all boys high schools. Like there was like one right down the street. There was one out in like the south towns, one out in the northern towns, and so it's like we had different groups that we rotated around. I
What
guess.
the fuck?
Joe doesn't like that. Joe doesn't like that.
Joe doesn't like that you were rotated around.
Yeah, you're fucking
Doesn't-
tossed around.
Doesn't like that you were just
High school
rotated
was a lot of
through
rotating around and fucking
all the different
burnettes.
all the different all men's schools. I just
yeah.
rotated
Yeah,
between
yeah.
all of them.
Just tossed around like
They
fucking
just tossed us around
the
a
hockey games, the
bonfire.
football
Yeah.
games, mainly the hockey games.
fucking passing the puck.
Oh, the lax bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting
Puck's like-
tossed.
yeah.
Getting
Just getting-
tossed by the lads.
Getting tossed by the long poles.
Yeah.
Joey was actually
I was a long pole.
yeah, Joey was
a
yeah.
long pole too.
Yeah, Joey
Really?
Yeah, I was a long
Dang,
pole.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to do
so-
midi long pole for a bit. It sucked. I would just
Midi
run
long
up,
pole,
try and
you
get the
gotta
ball.
be
Then if I
conditioned.
didn't, I'd get off the field and be like, "This fucking sucks."
Yeah.
I played women's lacrosse.
I just
for a
mostly
year.
did a ton of drugs before our games and practices and would go out there and hit people. That was like my high school lacrosse
I would
career.
talk so much shit. I would say crazy shit to people and be like, "I'm gonna suck your fucking dick" and shit. And these kids would be like, "What the fuck?" Or they get really mad, or some would think it was funny, and like I'd like form a little like rapport with like these random kids from other schools, or they'd be like, "What the fuck?" And I chase them up like, "I'm gonna suck your fucking ass," and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I used to be pretty aggressive when I would play lacrosse. I would like kind of growl at bitches. And
Same. I'd do some
like
weird
I'd act
stuff.
crazy. Like I'd give them like real crazy looks.
I
It's
did all
like-
that. One of my favorites as like like when I played long pole like defense in lacrosse. I would, when the ball was in like the other end and we were like chilling, I would go like just behind the dude
Hit their legs.
and I would just keep gently tapping it in the same spot and act like I couldn't like didn't know, and it would drive them crazy. And then I would just speak in an Australian accent to them, and they would just be like, "What is going on? This guy's nuts."
Yeah.
And then I would just headhunt. I would try to take people out. That was kind
I
of
would
the
go
type
to
of lacrosse
smack because you
people I
can
was.
smack near their hands. So I would just smack their fucking hands
Oh
really
yeah,
hard.
I would. I love to whip
Hit
people
their-
with the
yeah.
fucking dude.
See, we
That
weren't
shit
allowed to
hurts.
hit. Like
That shit fucking
It hurts, yeah.
It does not feel good.
we weren't allowed to hit, so I like I got ejected from a game one time.
I got hit in the
That's
dick
when you get them
before.
right under the glove,
Yeah.
like on the wrist.
I've never worn a cup, and I used to just, and I was D, so when I
I
would
guess
like block
with
it,
such
put
a
my,
little dick, you
put
didn't
my-
ever need it to.
Yeah, you never needed it. It only would hit my fucking huge
It would
balls.
suck all the way in.
Just your enormous.
My ball bag would
You
catch
just
him.
have enormous testicles with a microphallus.
I've got
Yeah,
no
yeah.
testicles and a giant sack, so I could net it
When
when
it's-
it comes like a fucking goal keep.
When it's soft, it's you don't need it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's a grower, not a shower. Yeah.
Fucking bungee it back, let it hit my sack, and then pull it, and it would just shoot to the other end.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So,
Wax.
kind of
so you
music?
grew up in Pennsylvania then,
Yeah, Pennsylvania. Yeah, just
Damn.
outside of Philadelphia.
and
a
you
pistol whip a bitch there.
you went to college.
I did go to college. Yeah, I went to college, University of South Carolina.
Oh.
But I was a little bit more focused on being a maniac in a frat and doing drugs than I was
Frat.
going to class. So,
So how did they do any hazing?
oh yeah, we had quite a bit of hazing.
What was like the craziest thing they had you do?
Oh, good.
You know, we had a bunch of fun ones. They never made us do like anything gay, or they never like physically.
They didn't make you suck their dicks.
No, we didn't have to suck any dick, and we didn't get beat up, which was cool. Some of my buddies physically got beaten the shit out of in their frats, which was wild. But we
Their
didn't have to
bums
do
got
that.
Stuck.
We had some cool stuff that we had to do. One of the wild things, they had us do like this whole scavenger hunt, and then at the end we had to go like spray paint our fraternity's letters on this like massive rock that was on like the side of like I-95 or another interstate like in that area.
Yeah.
And we so we'd like pulled on the side of the interstate and we were like spray painting this rock and had to get a picture with it, and like the cops pulled up while we were doing that.
Dang.
It was wild, and we got the police officer to take the picture for us.
Oh.
Pretty crazy. Yeah,
That's
which was
nuts.
He was a
Then we
frat
got-
boy himself. He's
He was
like,
cool. He's
actually,
like, I
I
get
was
it.
year of '88, and he
I
just
get it.
fucking pulls out his thing.
He's got his fraternity ring on.
It was he was probably Lambda Chi as well.
Cock
No,
ring.
so-
Lambda Chi.
Yeah.
Shout out Lambda Chi.
Probably, yeah. We got kicked off campus while I was there for hazing, actually.
Oh shit.
What'd
I
you
was
do?
already, well, there was like a list or something of like different like hazing activities in a trash can that they, like somebody found, and then some kid snitched on everybody. But they would make us do dumb shit, you know, like you had to do like push-ups and bows and toes and stuff while like
Yeah.
reciting the Greek alphabet. One time it was wild. We had to like set up the tailgates for the football games, and we had a like noon game against like Georgia, I think. So like that tailgate, you know, that game starts at 12. So I had to like start setting it up at 6 a.m. And they one of the fraternity brothers had me funnel 2 Four Locos. And this was 2010, so this was the
good-
original.
They were the good ones.
Yeah, the good ones.
They had
dude.
like fucking
Dude,
crack in them. Yeah.
yeah, those things were insane. So I was obliterated at 5 a.m. I funneled 2 of them, and I was a complete mess. Ended up like passing out on a couch at our tailgate at like 9 a.m.
Oh.
I drank a Four Loko. The first time I like drank, I think a full one. I went to Kid Cudi.
That would have been a fun show. Kid Cudi's the man.
And I was trashed, and then I vomited on a different playground.
Dude, you had to feel so shitty after a 2 Four Loko hangover.
It was awful, but I was also 18 at the time, so I could just like handle.
Yeah, you were like,
hangovers
it's
back
okay.
then.
I got life in me
Just
still.
start drinking again in the morning. You'd like smoke a little weed and drink again in the morning and be right back at it.
If you do that now, you're just like, fuck.
No, dude, a hangover nowadays in my 30s takes like 3 days to like fully
can't.
recover
Yeah.
from.
I can't booze.
I can't really drink like that anymore.
It's hard.
No.
So what kind of music you into, huh?
You know, mostly black stuff.
Yeah, mostly rap or hip hop or what?
Mostly rap.
No, I mean I do like a lot of rap. Yeah, I like rap. I like reggae. I do like EDM and house music, rock, country music, even a little country music.
So you
a
like
little bit of
all
everything.
music. What have you been listening to recently?
You know, recently I've been listening to mostly podcasts, honestly, and like gay stock market, squawk box type shit.
That's the type of podcast, or like
I do watch a lot of that stuff, but like mostly just clips of their like shows from and stuff.
any comedy podcasts that you like, or
I mean, right now, obviously, Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch Kill Tony all the time.
Yeah,
I think
us
everybody
too.
does.
Yeah, we
if
watch
you
every
if
week.
you're in comedy.
Yeah.
Kill Tony's
It's so popular.
the shit.
It's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, we watch it like every week too.
Everybody keeps going out there and trying to get on Kill Tony. Have you guys?
Were you
have
just
done
out
it?
there?
No, I didn't. I was in Dallas.
Dallas.
For work. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw you out in Texas. I was like, oh shit, is he going to like do Kill Tony?
I
So.
definitely want to try if I want to go out there. I'm gonna do a trip to Austin this year.
Yeah.
You've never.
No, I've never
Yeah, you
been.
could've gone.
I've been wanting to go out. I've also been wanting to like. Have you
could do
che-
music there too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great music
That's
scene.
true.
Yeah. Have you ever checked out any other comedy scenes in the state? Really? Or?
In Florida, I went out to Tampa for that whole Sunfest,
Oh,
which
yeah.
Tampa has a sick scene. There's some
Yeah.
really cool clubs in Tampa. The Gimmick was super cool. It's like an old house that got converted into this like really cool, small, intimate comedy club. It's like a really sick venue. But yeah, Tampa's cool. They got a lot of clubs. It's just everything's like very spread out. It's like 30 minutes between
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, that's kind of like here a lot of times too.
Yeah, that's right. That's
know.
Florida, you know.
Yeah. I feel
I'll
like it's
board
like
ya.
it's not abnormal to go from like one show that's 45 minutes to the other down here even.
Oh no,
You know.
for sure. Especially if you're going like Miami to Fort Lauderdale and stuff.
Yeah.
Take forever. Be trapped up in that putty. That putty be trapping your dick up in that stuff.
What?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was gonna say too.
Do you have any crazy like stories from comedy? Like any crazy heckler or any like anything wild that's happened at a show?
Fun stuff at a show.
What gave you the courage to try comedy?
What gave me the courage to try comedy? I saw a clip of you doing it, and I was like, "Well, if this guy can, you know."
A clip of Joey crying.
Oh yeah, the only thing I ever posted was me fake crying on stage. Just it was me bombing and then just going. And
No, I mean, dude, there's so much funny stuff. I feel like if you just filmed all the like drama and interactions and stuff at open mics, it could almost be like a Curb Your Enthusiasm type show.
Well,
you know,
that
it is so funny.
that's kind of what
Brian
Brian
Gervais doing that,
Gervais
like
doing.
real
Right.
comedians.
Yeah, the
it's
real
a little more
comedians in South
produced,
Florida,
but
yeah.
yeah, I know it's funny because like he has me play like an alcoholic in it, and I'm like, okay, that's
That's funny. So, how many episodes of that have you done?
Well, you know, we did like real recording days for a couple of them, but then now a lot of them he just like records at mics or shows or whatever.
Yeah.
So usually like all those Shay's mics, he records those. And
he was on our podcast.
He was on our
here.
podcast. I
And
think
then we
an
did like a
episode's coming
little
out
bit of
soon.
like behind the scenes shit too, which I think he'll release eventually.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the next episode that comes out. As I think maybe focused on like when he was here, we did a bunch of stuff of like him at the house, like some extra scenes of just kind of like exaggerating our relationship kind of deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
Guy's
Yeah.
got a big old weenie on him.
Yeah.
Brian does?
Yeah, he's got a big weenie. I don't know. I just say that about anyone. Anyone
He's
we talk
6'3".
about or bring up,
Anyone-
they've
yeah,
got a
anyone who's
huge big weenie up in there. Well, you got a huge big weenie.
Oh no.
Pause.
yeah.
Pause. That's
No, we were saying the crazy stuff about comedy. I glazed over
Yeah,
it.
let's go,
I'm
babe.
yeah. Let's get out of your homosexual ideations, Joey. and back to the subject at hand.
Yeah.
We've got- No,
This isn't the guest we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Joey.
Comedy is it's funny. You just see some wild people. I was there when you got heckled by that guy that was trying to like physically assault you in was that Lake Worth? I think that was in Lake Worth. or
Oh, West
That
Palm.
was West Palm. That was down
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Clematis. Yeah.
Oh, where I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, his whole family
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't know he was gay. We've got to get him out of here." That guy was crazy.
He was
one of
Australian.
The crazy
Yeah.
part is he was with another comedian, a girl who used to be a comedian,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, so
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You meet all these people that are doing this, and most of them have some sort of problem.
Yeah.
You know, like like
Autism.
when you they're all like autistic or
To some
like
degree.
or like severe trauma or like
Yeah.
something. It's like the comedians are a wild, fun group
Dark
of people
bunch.
to hang out. A dark bunch. And it's great. I mean, I love hanging out with comics.
yeah.
The hangout side of not all shows, but like some good shows, like at Sadman and stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just like chill
Yeah.
with other comics.
I know. I think that's why some people are in it too.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
a lot of people who just like the scene and like hanging out with everybody.
It's fun
Yeah.
to have a laugh that's like a genuine laugh of just bullshitting and talking about
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, riffing.
I think the funniest thing I've seen recently was there's this newer comic, Willie, who was at Sadman. This dude's schizophrenic. And
Oh my God. I don't
he's
think I've seen him.
Dude, he's hilarious. I love this guy. But we were all sitting out back of a show and we're hanging out, and there was one black guy there who was friends with one of the other comics. He wasn't a comedian. And he was like hanging out, rolling a blunt, getting ready to like smoke with everybody. And we're shooting the shit, normal conversation, and out of nowhere this schizophrenic guy, Willie, just like looks at this black dude and just goes, "Hey, I'm just gonna get right to it. Do you rap?"
What?
Just like,
What the fuck?
yeah, and me and this guy's buddy just started like losing it, like dying, because I was laughing so hard I couldn't believe.
Did he not understand, or was he fucking around?
No, he was being completely serious. Like he asked him like completely seriously, and
He's
the best
like,
part.
listen, I saw your skin color and drop some bars for
Well,
me.
the best part was the
That's
guy. The
fucking
guy
crazy.
looked at him and just goes, "Yeah." It's like he was actually around, and then like, dude, it was so funny.
Stereotypes are
I
only
was-
around because they're real.
I was
damn.
laughing so hard. That guy's hilarious.
Damn.
No, but yeah, dude, comedy's wild.
I
You
saw
see people
actually.
fight.
You missed this on Tuesday at Sadman's as well. Waldo, the very famous racist crippled comedian.
Yeah.
So pretty much Kyle's the first one on stage. And he's like doing his set, and about 2 minutes into his set, all of a sudden the door opens, and of course this mic starts at 7:00, so it's like bright as hell out. So the door opens, and it's like this beam of light, and it's Waldo coming in loud as shit with his walker, like it's like you're hearing the walker. And then all of a sudden, like he like goes to like collapse his walker, and he falls into Mark Christopher, like, and Mark Christopher's facing the stage, so he falls into Mark Christopher and like fucks his ass like into like the table. And it's so fucking loud, and we all start blowing up with laughter. And then Kyle's like, "Did Waldo just fuck like Mark?" And then like that gets us all laughing. And then Waldo tries to like stumble up to like the front. So he's going up, but he's literally like falling each way he goes like this. Like I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know if he was leaning into it, or if he was boozed up, or if it's gotten worse, whatever it is. But he's like falling all over. And then all of a sudden he gets up to the front. And then he comes up on stage. He's standing on the stage at Sadman's, the stage that's fucking a 5x5 stage, right? He's standing up there with Kyle, and he's like falling all over, and Mark's got him kind of. And then everyone's like, "It's not your turn yet." And then all of a sudden he like falls down in like the front seat, and it was nuts, dude. It was insane.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Insane. Yeah, it was a very eventful day. Yeah, it was a very eventful day at Sadman's Comedy Cafe.
Oh man, you see some wild shit.
The open mic circuit. Hey.
You used to see some crazy stuff at Art and Design too. Art and Design was wild.
Yeah. Like they got all upset when Bobby was like, "What's up with the shower in the bathroom?"
Yeah, anything about insulting the venue was like not acceptable. There's one guy who said something about the bathroom looked just like a cum depository or something,
Yeah.
but apparently that place used to be a fucking brothel.
yeah.
So they were like, the owner was like, "Nah, dude, you can't talk about that."
Yeah, I remember when they would do it inside, and there was a stage behind the bar, and I was like, "This is the stage I look like I should be on. This is the stage where I could maybe make more money." Like a stage behind a bar, so fucking sketchy. I mean, I guess we do perform at like strip clubs, and
It might be a little leaky because there's so
Crazy.
much ding dong in there.
Yeah,
leaky
there's
like
a lot of ding dong in there.
Oh, clip.
Now, earlier you said one of the threesome, so there's been multiple.
No, I mean that's really the primary
The primary.
threesome.
What's that supposed to mean?
The other one was like your frat bros and like a couple scared ladies.
Yeah. I like how you were like, that's the primary one, and give it like just a little.
No, that's
smirk.
the only like real threesome.
That's the only one where you finished.
Yeah, no, I've had sex like with somebody like in a room where other people were in that room, but they weren't
yeah.
involved in the sex. It was just like a show and tell type thing.
Oh,
but
you talk about that.
yeah,
Is
a little
that's
bit.
like one of your things from your jokes, right?
Yeah, I've got one bit
Oh,
of
I know that one.
About a
yeah.
cuck situation, right?
Yeah, a little cuckold situation.
Is that real?
No,
Oh, okay,
no, it
okay.
isn't. Well, there's parts of it
Parts
that
of it
are
are real, yeah.
parts that are real and parts that are embellished.
Not the getting splooged on part.
No, thank God, that would be terrible. Could you imagine?
I saw a video recently of a girl taping a guy running out of like a Dollar Tree, and he's like, he came on me, and then she's like, look at my leg, he came all over me.
I saw that. That was in my hometown. That was Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
So she was
Pennsylvania.
crying a bunch, and it's sad, but like, do you cry
At
that
least she's
much
not
from just
ashy
getting
no more.
splooged on? It's not like they hurt you.
It's actually hilarious. I mean, it is disgusting. I can't
moisturizer.
I can't imagine somebody just coming on me.
I'd
in,
be
Publix.
mad. I'd find their plate like the chasing stops. Then I don't know. I probably shouldn't take a stance on this at all. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
could you imagine if you're just crouched down in aisle 9 looking at, like different
If someone came on
options
my
of-
face, I'd definitely maybe cry. But I don't think I'd even cry. I'd just be angry. I'd
It's
be like,
happened to my face.
Well, what if they just came all over your back and you didn't even feel it? You just had a bunch of cum all
my
over
back.
your
It would
back.
probably dry up, and I might never know.
You're just walking through Publix with a massive load of baby gravy all over the back of your fucking-
So do you think he was keeping his stuff on the verge of coming?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Can this guy just come
on command, like
Some,
fucking
some guys
Spider-Man.
can come pretty quick.
Shooting
some guys can
webs.
come pretty
Dude,
quick.
I wish
think.
I had that superpower to just be ejaculate
Yeah.
right now.
Instead of, I don't need a
His
gun.
dick tip
I don't need a
fucking
gun.
Pulls back his foreskin and it
I don't need a
shoots.
gun. Don't intrude my house.
I don't like your attitude. Just
That's a real
Here's
way
a
to
two-roper.
shut somebody up. You know.
just come on him
Come
real
on
quick.
'em.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a weapon.
that is wild.
I think if you get to the point where you're doing that, you gotta go away.
How
we
far
gotta get
do you
rid
think
of
it
the
can shoot?
comers that just
Yeah,
can't
dude.
control where they come and when they come.
How
should be
far do you think it
castrated.
can shoot?
well, I mean,
Like
it
distance.
depends on.
Oh, I wonder
well,
what
it
the
just
farthest
depends
is.
on,
You want to look that up?
yeah.
What do you
could look
think
that
the
up.
farthest anyone's ever shot is? Because there's got to be some kind of Ripley's, believe
How
it or not,
far?
fact.
I bet you somebody's done a
Let's all
30-foot
guess before we
launch.
look it up. What's the
I'd say
guess?
there's got to be at least 30
I'd
feet's
say
a long.
no.
long
I'd say
launcher. I would
5. I'd say 10 feet.
Should I
I'll
be
go-
looking up
I'm
how
gonna
far
go on-
cum shot?
Yeah, the longest cum shot in
Longest
history.
record.
I'm gonna go 14 feet to be the
14,
ultra
you're going
bullet.
10.
I'm gonna go
13,
10.
13. Just be. I'm gonna be
13,
the bull.
10?
The bull case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.
7. Okay.
gonna
We're
7
spread out.
feet.
We're spread out.
How far cum shot?
But you guys got the advantage. Whoever has the biggest number has the advantage here.
Volume and distance. No. Let's see. How far can men ejaculate? Let's see here.
What's the farthest? This is some good
It'd be
content,
so
honestly.
funny if that was in Ripley's, believe it or not.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever the world record.
I was once with a guy, just once, ... ha ha ha, and was on top. I hopped off so he could ejaculate, and we both watched in awe as his baby batter flew all over us and onto the wall, well above his massive headboard. I would say from penis to landing, it was an easy 8 to 10 feet. We both stayed silent for a minute, then couldn't help laughing. He said that had never happened before. I'm glad he didn't erupt inside of me since my head would have been stuck in the ceiling.
That sounds
That's on,
fake.
that's
I feel
on
like
Quora.
a guy
Yeah,
wrote
that
that.
doesn't sound like an official measurement.
That's not
Well,
Yeah.
I want to hear about the
Ripley's, yeah.
cum shot.
How far can a man...
competition.
Oh, look at this. Leading edge health. How far can a man ejaculate? Let's see here.
Yeah, because that last one was
Look at
on
the hard-
fucking...
Hard-hitting facts here. According to statistics, the average range in the amount of semen a man ejaculates is between 1.5 and 6.8 milliliters, which is about the volume of a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon? I don't know
Damn,
about
I
that.
feel like I'm fucking dishing up more than
Yeah,
that.
more than 1 teaspoon. It says the distance and volume can vary from person to person. Let's see here. What's the distance, though? How to edging Kegels. What the fuck?
You ever have a
Edge,
cum
like-
that's just
That's
not that
such a
much?
bizarre-
You ever have a cum that's like not much cum, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
It's really disappointing, especially
It's
when
not good-
especially when it's like not just you and yourself having a good time. You're like
Yeah.
making love to somebody, and they're like
Where's the stuff?
ready.
Did you
and
not
then you
like
just
it?
give
It's
them
like,
a-
no, I had the same experience.
It's like
but
you're just like having a great session, and then all you have is a couple
Oh, wait.
driblets for them at the end. And
I
they're
think
just disappointed.
sometimes the feeling of it just like exiting.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right. This is
most
this is
famous-
news from 2020.
Feels like you're taking a shit
The
out of your
legend.
COVID.
All right, the legend of Horst Schultz, the world's most famous long-distance ejaculator.
How do you get that?
Yeah, wait,
title?
where are you finding
like,
this
how do you
info?
get that title?
I'm like,
That's
where is that
relevant.
competition being held?
Must have had a horse dick, dude.
No, the world renowned long distance ejaculator. Dude.
This is
I want people to
the
refer
title
to me
is
like
even
that.
the title is even better here. According to urban legend and a confusing amount of Yahoo answers, an American man named Horst Schultz once set the record for the furthest reaching ejaculate with a load he projected. Are you ready? Drum roll. At 18 feet and 9 inches away. Was it real
That was
or was
the
it all just
closest.
a long distance wet dream? I don't know.
Well, we're gonna have to do some research on this guy, Horst Schultz.
Call it the
Now
old
that
Hortz.
dude could do some damage in public. So you kidding me? He
Oh
could
my
hit you in aisle
God.
6
He could
from
put an
aisle-
eye out, yeah.
From
Imagine what he would do in a
says-
kindergarten classroom.
Oh my god.
The dude's got 20-foot range on his fucking. He's shooting from aisle 6 into aisle 8. He just
17
just
feet.
launching
Dude,
ropes.
that's so far. That's like a fucking
18.
18 feet. Holy shit.
Like that's like
What was
two
it?
king size beds.
Lawrence Holtz.
Holtz.
You could shoot that over a pickup truck.
This is a very famous man. This is Horst Schultz.
Horst Schultz is.
I'm surprised it was a Jewish
maybe
man.
my
You know,
hero.
Horst Schultz sounds like a Jewish man. It does not sound like a black man. I thought a black man would have that competition beat.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess the exit vehicle. Yeah, I would have thought the same thing.
Maybe
But,
since the
yeah.
exit vehicle is a lot smaller on Schultz, it's like tighter, so when it pops,
It's
it really pops. It's like
Yeah, it comes
it's
out.
like pop, and then it flies. The black. Oh,
It's almost like
I
a
don't know
short
what I'm
barrel
saying.
shotgun or something. Might not be as accurate. It's going all over the place, but it's going to come out with more power. I don't know. Shout out
people.
to Schultz, that guy who's the long distance.
I would love
ejaculator.
to see the distance. I don't think it goes anywhere for me. It just goes out. and
What kind of
falls.
sponsorships do you think you get as the world's most famous long distance ejaculator?
Viagra for sure. Blue Chew.
Viagra, Blue Chew, Trojan, maybe.
Trojan.
T-Hub,
Yeah, like it's like it
Red
doesn't
Tube.
break
Yeah.
through the fucking Holt shorts can come in these condoms.
Yeah.
You know? Like imagine like it's like or like oh, you know what he would get a sponsorship from ShamWow. You remember the ShamWow?
Well, that's,
The ShamWow. You got a Holt Schultz sides fucking mess? ShamWow?
It might hurt to get cummed in by him.
Might feel good.
No, it might hurt.
How far does it shoot?
Fucking laser beams, dude.
Oh.
Dang, what are the other questions we ask our guests? You believe in ghosts?
ghosts, not so much. Aliens, for sure.
For sure. Do you think they're here with us, or what do you think? What's your theory? Do you think we're them living in human sacks, just experiences? You're me, I'm you. We suck in each other's dicks.
God, you love sucking dicks, don't
do,
you,
I
Joey?
do, I
But
do.
I think aliens are definitely real. I mean, I just don't think I don't think it's possible for them to not be real. Whether they're here or not, I don't know. It'd be really cool if they were. I like to think about it.
You've never
They-
had any like supernatural experiences or like UV sight or UFC.
No.
UFC
No,
sightings.
No,
Any
no.
UFC sightings.
Never seen
Never.
Joe Rogan walking through your backyard and been
Yeah.
like, who's that fucking monkey
Who's
back
that
there?
guy?
Yeah.
Jeez. No, aliens definitely fucking exist. But now part of me is thinking, like, with the government releasing all this information on aliens.
That sounds like a
It's a
distracting
high-
Like,
thing.
it's a
They're like, we just
psyop,
don't want
dude.
you to know we're about to be
Yeah.
nuked, and we're actually the whole government's leaving as soon as you dumbasses get nuked. We're leaving. We're going to Mexico. We're fine.
Yeah, dude. I think part of me thinks it's a psyop where they're gonna like try to scare us all into believing there's aliens, so they have a new world order.
Oh yeah, new more control.
Are you a dreamer?
Yeah, I think I'm a dreamer. Yeah. Are you? I mean,
Do you have dreams?
yeah, I have dreams.
No, when you
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah, like when I sleep, I do. I have dreams. Yeah.
What do you think they mean?
Any crazy dreams? Any reoccurring?
Any spiritual shit you ever experience?
Any spiritual experience in my dreams?
Just coming.
No, it's primarily just coming. I had a dream where I was fucking some chick at a zoo recently, and then I ejaculated and she transformed into a tiger.
Oh shit.
So that was cool.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
realized you're into bestiality.
Yeah, and then I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Thing.
No, that's
Now you've been
I don't
What
know.
if it transitioned?
My dreams are weird. I have a hard time remembering dreams. Dave, have you ever like been at like? I mean, sometimes you get the vivid dreams, but I
No.
don't get that very often.
I don't. I don't have vivid dreams, so it's interesting to me, like other people's dreams. What about comedian wise? Do you have any favorite comics or?
I mean, my favorite of all time will probably be Chappelle and Anthony Jeselnik. Probably like my two favorites. Nowadays, like Shane Gillis, Tim Dillon are killing it. Nick Mullen, those guys.
I was thinking recently how like I always say like Mark Norman's one of my favorite, and like
Yeah,
Louis
Mark's
C.K.
great,
I feel like
yeah.
he's like everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
But I really like Theo Von's brain.
Theo's hilarious.
You know,
Did
like
you
I
ever
just
see
like
the clips of the videos of him like cooking with those kids with Down syndrome?
no.
They're so funny, dude.
He used to have these old like sketch video things that like cartoon things that I've seen a bunch of though that are kind of interesting. But I find him really interesting.
He's a killer.
Anything exciting coming up in comedy for you?
No, you know, grinding them on shows will be at the
This will come out actually. This will come out on the 24th.
All right, yeah, I'll be at the Miami Improv next month in August for the Have Not show.
Nice.
Nice.
Check that out. I'm forgetting the date off the top of my my head, but we'll have a few more show announcements and a couple other things that are in the
Hell
books,
yeah.
some sketches, stuff like that.
That's fun.
So yeah, so there'll be some,
Trying to think
some
what
more
I
stuff
got.
dropping.
I've got Friday the 26th. I've got Brendan's Pub. I got Brendan's Pub. So come out and see that. Monday the 29th. Come see me at Dania and 14 North, and
Oh yeah.
some new things coming. I hope in August. So we will see about that. Some new developments. Now we have we've got a song for you. We're gonna tuck you in here. It's time for you to go to bed. We're gonna cover those beautiful socks of yours. Show those monster socks out to the people. We've got a big following of men that like socks. That's our following, the few men that like socks. We're looking for sock sponsorships here. We're looking for blanket sponsorships. Thank you for joining us here, Eric. We're gonna tuck you in here.
Oh, thank you.
This is like
Thank you.
this is like what you did with your son, but we're doing this with you now.
Right. Being tucked in by Joey after all his talks about people's wieners.
Wieners, butts,
We wanna make sure it doesn't
public
show.
stuff.
All right.
Give me a second here. Talk about something. while I
Oh,
do
make sure
this.
you follow Eric on Instagram. That's Erik Graff Comedy. Is it?
Erik Graff comic.
Erik Erik Graff
G-R-A-F-F.
Comedy.
Eric Graff
The
your
wrong
dick to my dick.
spelling of Eric. No.
Graft your dick to my dick.
Eric with a KKK.
Oh no. Oh,
All right. So, Eric, we got a song for you here.
All right, let's hear this.
All right, there's a little ditty to suck your dicky off. Thank you for being on, Eric. You're a good man. Check out Eric. Check him out. You're stalling.
Oh. Joey gets nervous.
I get nervous. I gotta piss. I should have pissed. It's all right.
No.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Hold that pee-pee for me.
All right.
Erik Graff, he'll make you laugh. Looks like a giraffe with a long shaft and a tight ass. Don't run. He reigns supreme, tall as can be, blonde with blue eyes, and that's his dream.
You want him on your team.
Used to do drugs, busted a nut in a Latina, now has a son.
We've never seen. I only see that kid on Instagram. You been renting that fucking kid?
Erik Graff used to do crack, now he appropriates being black. He's Erik Graff.
Yeah, you nailed it right there. The ending of that is perfect about appropriation, and I loved it. That's great. Excellent work.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks,
you for
brother.
joining us.
Fuck
Make sure
yeah.
you follow Erik at Erik, ERIK, Graff, GRAFF, comic. On
Hell yeah.
Instagram, make sure you follow me, Shannon Says Shit. Make sure you follow Joey, that's Joe_Y_Mason. Make sure you follow the Thread Count podcast. We'll see you guys next time. We'll talk in soon.
Peace.